Hello, welcome to Rewrite Your Reality with Reese. I am your host, and today I'm going to go through the feeling of your wish fulfilled. I'm going to start with I had a different setup planned, but I realized something quite cool. A fun little example here. So, you are the law itself, right? You are the law of being. You are the law of reality. You are the law of assumption. You are the law of beingness, the law of reality itself. You are the law itself. And when I say you are the law, I mean you are your own attention. You are your own focusing. You are your own point of focus in reality, of reality. What that means is the understanding that wherever you are pointed at, whatever you choose to be focused on, as focusing itself, that focusing comes into your own awareness. So as awareness is as you're pointing a lens towards something, and that lens is filling up with whatever it is you are choosing to be aware of. If gravity itself, the law of gravity, is the expression from an outside view as to what gravity is doing, but gravity is the law of gravity itself. So the law of gravity, to gravity, doesn't necessarily see it like a law. It's not seeing a hammer up in the sky and then it has to pull it down. It's just being gravity. That means the gravitational force is perpetually acting on that hammer. It's always pulling it down. No matter where it goes up or down, it's always pulling down. So what happens when we are a three-dimensional being? We identify with the hammer and simultaneously as gravity when we're identifying with being a three-dimensional being. So as a three-dimensional being, you come into knowing of the law of reality or the law of gravity. And when you focus on being the hammer a little too much, what you end up doing is trying to pull yourself into what the law of gravity says you must do to be where you want to be. But you don't have to do that. You see, the hammer going up into the sky is a 3D physical view, but as the law of gravity is just being, it's always being, it's always putting that hammer where it is. Even if it's going up, it's still a law of gravity that is saying where and what it is in that moment. Even if it's going up. Because something going up is still slowing down. No matter how it goes up, it's still under the effect of the law of gravity. But that's only from an outside view. So no matter what's going on in your three-dimensional world, it's still under the effect of the law of reality, the law of assumption. So like the hammer, like you, like gravity, like our own awareness, it doesn't care that it is a law that it has to do this. It just does it. So you are not necessarily the law of you aren't using the law of assumption. You are the law of assumption. Just like gravity isn't using the law of gravity, it is just gravity. From an outside perspective, from a 3D point of view, we are looking at ourselves from a 3D point of view, knowing ourselves from awareness, and the expression of what we imagine, expressed as a 3D experience, we call a law. But it's from here. It's from a 3D point of view that we refer to a law. But if you keep thinking from the 3D point of view, then you're always going to be using the law as if it's a hammer. But it's not. Gravity doesn't use the law of gravity. It just is what it is. That's what you are. You are basically gravity given consciousness. You are the law of reality given consciousness. You are just being that. So whatever it is you are being aware of is reality. It just is reality. Just like how a hammer is just under the influence of gravity. You, as a physical being, are just under the influence of the law. Who is the law, though? You, as awareness. So, the core of I am, the feeling of a wish fulfilled, is a gigantic, illustrious, wonderful, complete and utter yes. That's it. Can I just end the video there? But no, I got a bit of a thing to say. When you affirm something like, I am a millionaire, I am in a loving relationship, the real feeling isn't about trying to simulate what that external reality would actually feel like, because how would you know? And why would a feeling, emotion, be required for you to say yes to something? Think about who you are now. No matter how much money you have right now, $1, $1,000, $1,000,000, I don't care. If you are sad, does it go away? Nope. I hope not. But I really hope not. But yeah, if you are sad, it doesn't go away. It doesn't do anything. If you are in a relationship right this minute, if you are sad, what's going to happen is that it unfolds with the expression of you in a relationship, but you're just feeling sad. So it's not the emotion whatsoever, right? Just like how your money stays with you, and your specific person stays with you, or whatever stays with you, your job, but you are sad. It's not that, because that emotion is always changing. Excitement's always changing. It's just that we typically say yes easier to excitement. We say no to things that we don't like. But when you keep shouting no to a reality that you don't like, what you're actually saying is yes, no, I don't like this. So you're saying yes, create for me, through me, as me, the reality where I don't like this. That's where the yes is. It's only yes. So whatever you are feeling, or you're causing yourself to have an emotional reaction in your own imagination, you are doing so just to say yes. Then you start to hinge on this idea by continuously causing yourself to have an emotional reaction to continuously just say yes. And what you end up doing is having a non-wanted reaction, and you keep saying no to this, but you're actually saying yes to this no of this feeling I don't like. So the feeling of wish fulfilled is a natural I am. Yes, this is who I am. That's it. Finished. End of story. But I'm going to continue from there. Right? What would it feel like if I had money? What would it feel like if they love me back? I get those questions. I get that they're easier to move you to feeling good and then saying yes. But then why does it manifest things that you don't like? Or I say the law. You don't like those fearful things, they happen. You don't like those doubtful things, they happen. Why does no one say, what would it feel like if you didn't have money? What would it feel like if you don't love me? I feel like that now. But you don't really feel emotionally distraught by that idea all the time. So what is it then? It's your acceptance that that is the idea. It's just that. It's literally just that. It's the fine print that we kind of squash down to feel better and then look at it. The feeling isn't about drumming up temporary emotions. It's simple inner acceptance of that's who I am now. It's not about how it would feel. It's about knowing that no matter what emotional feeling I have, it's the feeling that this is reality, that I'm choosing to just accept that, yes, this is the version of reality that I am now. Right now. So you walk by a store and you see something expensive. Thoughts pop up. I can't afford this. I am not that person. You're basically saying, yes, I can't afford this. I am not that person. And it's not a yes as awareness. You are saying that this yes, I can't afford this, as a three-dimensional self, is what I'm choosing to be aware of right now, in this manner. This is my only reality. But as awareness, you can just say, hey, okay, as an appearance, I don't have the money to buy this. This is no longer my reality. What I choose is what I choose now. Both are real. It's only your acceptance of your wish fulfilled that actually does anything. Because you're just accepting that this is who I am now. And that entire reaction is a manifestation of you knowing that you are in your end. Shoes, jacket, house, partner, there's no cause in those things. They are just a mirror. The real cause is whether you accept I am or I am not, and see what the common denominator between I am and I am not is. It's I am. Relationships work the exact same way. Maybe you see someone you are attracted to, not a specific person in that case, but it doesn't really matter. Things fizzle out anyway. Maybe it goes a little bit further than you casually date. Maybe it gets a little bit more serious because you're just enjoying yourself, but you know that I am still focused on the version of myself that I choose to be, which is the one that's in that relationship. It doesn't make any other thing invalid. It doesn't make what you do valid either. It's just what's happening. You are who you choose to be. Sometimes it doesn't feel right. Sometimes it doesn't feel good. Sometimes you're curious about it. Where how can I be dating somebody but knowing that I am in this relationship? Because your choice internally is the only thing that matters. What unfolds and what you consider fun and want to be doing in the moment doesn't change who you are internally. It can't. Because this is only an effect. So that is just the effect of who you once were. Just feeling it real, part of your wish fulfilled now. Part of the unfolding of who you are naturally. So I choose to be that version. And the version of reality where you are loved, chosen and wanted already exists in every single moment, and that's what you're experiencing, even if it's with a casual, fun relationship or any relationship. The moment you acknowledge it, you touch it, you don't have to chase it or force it to make it happen. Just like with money, and acceptance is the mechanism of the feeling of your wish fulfilled. Yes. And here's that doing nothing paradox, where your mind kind of hops on. I am just sitting here imagining, I'm not doing anything. Am I wasting time? Nothing's happening. I feel like I'm repeating cycles over and over and over again. What if it happens in that way again and again? What if I see the same person over and over again and nothing seems to be happening, even if I have the self-concept of I am chosen? Shouldn't everyone choose me then? What if me thinking about that thought means I'm not that person? What if I don't see the person that, you know what, I've thought about more than one time and I was curious if they would choose me? What if I know the person and the conversation just fizzles out? Am I not supposed to be chosen by everybody? I'm choosing who I am. You can see how none of that stuff matters. It's like the literal experiencing of all 3, 4, 5, 10 different variations of reality is literally showing you that none of them actually matter, because no matter which one you are in and you are experiencing all of them, the only thing that matters is who you are. Because being in any of them doesn't net you anything. Who are you? Regardless of the appearances, I choose to be the version of myself I desire to be. Chosen. Because I am the chosen one. My assumptions are the ones that are chosen as my reality, in my viewpoint of reality, in my specialized experiencing of reality itself, because I am reality, because I am the creator. That's who you are. And curiosity without doubt is perfectly fine. Even with the doubt, it's perfectly fine. You can be curious how it might unfold, not trying to make it unfold in a certain way. I am already in my desired experience. I already exist in my desired experience. I'm just choosing to be the version of myself who experienced that which I have now imagined myself to be experiencing. And I accept that. That's it. And I'm not doing anything else about it. That maybe that won't happen. It's just another thought that you can leave there. Not ignore, just leave it there. It's a very different thing. So the takeaway is that the true feeling is yes, accepting. Lack and fulfillment are both choices of I am. Relationships, money, health, the same mechanism. Imagination isn't nothing, it is the cause, and who and what you are experiencing yourself as is a choice that you have in every single moment. So stay curious, but stay in the frame that this is already mine. Stay in your end frame, your end identity. That person is who you are now. That person is what you have been choosing. Everything else, as your awareness, is a reflection of who you are choosing to be and choosing reality to be. It's just a reflection. Even in your imagination, it is a reflection of you as knowing this is what you are knowing. This is what you are knowing. This is who I am. That's the whole shift. Anyway, thank you all for being here. Much love, much light. Thank you for the comments. Thank you for the sharing. Thank you for the following. Thank you for the joining of the TikTok page, growing every day. Thank you for the following and joining of the Facebook page, also growing every day. Thank you for the emails. Thank you for the questions. Thank you for the love. Thank you for the light. And I will see you all in the next one.